Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby83 with another edition of Mr. Hornsby83 Topics. This will be one of my last two WrestleMania 31 related topics. I did not do part 2 or 3 of the frickin' WrestleMania thing because nobody watched. So I said screw it, I scratched it. Either, people don't care to watch it, or, people just don't want to watch it, and, I'm not going to care to put them on there. So. But, I also want to get a few plugs out before I freaking get into this video. Next week, I will be doing probably a video almost every day, and it's going to be a MK-based video. I'll be talking about who I think should be the villain of MKX. I will be talking about which characters, I'll be reviewing the old MK games from the first 3 to 4 to the PlayStation 2/Xbox era ones. You'll be surprised at some of my reviews for some of these things. I don't have the complete ones, so I'll just be doing the original 3 review, because there was like 20 different Mortal Kombat 3s. You had Ultimate, you had Super Ultimate, etc. It's kind of like with the Street Fighter thing, with Street Fighter 2, with Super Street Fighter 2, and this and that. But, yeah, I'm going to get into the topic show. First thing I want to get out, this is going to be talking about the WrestleMania build-up, what I think of the main event. I'm not going to spoil what I'm going to be reviewing, but, what I think of the big news that hit yesterday, which I'm going to start right there at that point, which is Brock Lesnar re-signed with WWE, signed a multi-year deal. I just found out that, Sable and friends of Brock Lesnar, and that persuaded him to re-sign with WWE because they didn't want him going back to UFC, because the main reason why he quit is because he had that Plaster, I don't know the name of it completely. That freaking problem. That's the main reason why he left. And although I'm not a big Brock Lesnar fan, I think it's a smart move by WWE to re-sign that guy, because that guy's bringing eyes. Fans are now starting to like him again because he's been with WWE since for the past 3 years now. Back with WWE past 3 years. Because he was there in 2002, left in 2004, because at first he thought he could be a football player. Then he found out real quick he couldn't. Then he went to UFC, made a name for himself there, came back to WWE 2012. Also, and this may persuade me to change my prediction for WrestleMania 31 main event, because I have planned for, a different prediction than what I'll probably make this Friday. But, yeah, I think WWE's a good move, and, honestly, I think Brock's bringing in more ratings for him, and I think finally Vince McMahon came to his senses and realized, look, this guy, if he's bringing ratings to me, I'm gonna freaking keep him. And, we might get to see some matches that we probably wouldn't have got to see if Brock wouldn't have re-signed. We might get to see Brock versus Sheamus, Brock versus Orton for the title, Brock versus, other guys, maybe Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan down the road. You never know. Supposedly there's, they've been wanting a Rock rematch, which makes no sense to me, because Rock, stay in Hollywood. Dwayne Johnson. I'm not even going to call him Rock no more. From here on, I refer to him as Dwayne Johnson, the actor, not The Rock, the wrestler, because that's all he's been, as an actor. He left, he was part of the downfall for CM Punk leaving WWE, so, But, yeah, and I'm going to talk about the build-up for WrestleMania, and with the way they got the cards stacked, you think they'd freaking be promoting this thing like crazy and building it up better than they have, and they really haven't. It's just been an awful build-up. It's just been, ridiculous. It might still turn out to be a good WrestleMania, but how do you not promote this? I mean, the card is stacked. I mean, you got matches like Triple H versus not Undertaker. Triple H versus Sting, first time ever. Sting, first time ever in WWE and wrestling at WrestleMania. Maybe next year we get another match that's been a dream match, but who knows with the health of the other guy I'm thinking about. We got Bray Wyatt Undertaker. We got the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Whoever wins that, you better hope to lose that, because you know what? Cesaro won it last year. Had a little bit of a push for a month and then got pushed right back down to freaking back down on status because they were making such a big deal about the Brock Lesnar thing and this and that. Also, let's see, what else? I don't know, but the matches I just mentioned are the main ones that are going to be the focal point anyway, but yeah, so, oh yeah, possibility of an NXT star being in that Andre Giant Battle Royal. Just hope you lose, because if not, you're going to get pushed for a month and you get buried again. But, maybe Adrian Neville wins and goes on and wrestles at WrestleMania in the Royal. But, I don't know. But just pray you don't win the Rumble, because if you win that, you're done. The main event match, what are my thoughts on that? Jesus Christ. Let me tell you this. I heard so many people on YouTube, even a guy I follow and I respect his opinions in that, Mark Hines. I heard so many people say that SummerSlam was so great, and it was great they made Brock Lesnar dominate Cena. And, you know, I know Cena's not a great worker and this and that, but usually Cena could have put, it seemed like they just wanted Cena to put no effort into the match. They wanted to make it predictable as predictable could be. Brock Lesnar's German suplexing 5,000 times. I mean, God, that match was just god-awful. SummerSlam 2014 was just terrible, and I don't care what anybody else says, because my opinion is, it's just terrible. I mean, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, that was one of the great SummerSlams ever. No, you want to see a great SummerSlam, go back to SummerSlam 92. Go back to, you know, let's see, what's another good SummerSlam? SummerSlam 98. Those were good SummerSlams. 2014 was terrible. Oh, a recent one, SummerSlam 2013, was definitely better than 2014. But, yeah, I also think, you know, with the re-signing of Brock Lesnar, what they need to do is, you know, they need to think about what they're going to do with Lesnar. Are they going to have him keep the belt? Like I said, I'll predict that Friday. Are they going to have him keep the title and go on to SummerSlam to be champion, let him hold it for a full year? Are they going to have Roman Reigns win, and then Seth Rollins cashes in? And see, I got a theory on that. Oh, well, I'll give you my original theory. Might as well, because I'm going to have a different prediction. But what I was going to predict was Roman Reigns was going to beat Brock Lesnar. But Brock Lesnar, you know, Roman Reigns was going to be celebrating and maybe not have the title yet. You know, Brock Lesnar would probably popped up right away before Reigns could touch the title. Beat the crap out of Reigns. German suplex him 1,000 times like he did Cena at SummerSlam. Take him outside, F5 him on the table, F5 him on steel steps, running through the freaking barricade, rolling back in the ring, and then Seth Rollins comes in to cash in, and curve stomps for the win to win the title. Heck, I would have even went as far as saying Brock Lesnar probably would have held freaking Roman Reigns up for Seth Rollins to curve stomp him. But with this new deal, my prediction will change, and I will get to that with my prediction. But, you know, and the main event's just, it's going to be garbage. I think it's just, can't believe how stupid, you know, I mean, look, I'm like everybody else. Daniel Bryan should have won. Now, you know what? You can't call me Daniel Bryan, Mark, because I have admitted on previous videos, if you haven't watched or you don't know, I never claimed to be a Daniel Bryan fan. I'm not a Daniel Bryan fan. I respect his wrestling ability. He's one of the greatest of current day. And I know, like a year or two ago, I did a current wrestler. He was one of the ones I was going to put on the list, but I forgot because I had so many other great ones on there, like Bobby Roode and that, CM Punk. But, yeah, I mean, You know, I mean, the build-up's just been, you know, I mean, it always feel like it's the biggest show of the year. It just feels like another pay-per-view. It feels like Fastlane. Fastlane 2.0, that's what it feels like, which, and, you know, it's just like the thing with, you know, with, the main event. And look, I think it would have been a better main event with Daniel Bryan in it. It would have been a better main event with Dolph Ziggler in it, Dean Ambrose. Heck, even if they made Lesnar turn on the Authority and go good, him and Seth Rollins could have wrestled at WrestleMania. But, you know, that wasn't the plan. We got the Seth Rollins thing going on with Randy Orton, which I'm looking forward to that match. I'll give my prediction on who's going to win that match and that on my prediction show Friday. This is basically, I guess you could say it's kind of a filler show for my prediction show, I guess. But yeah, overall, I don't feel excited about WrestleMania at all right now. Maybe I'll be excited after it's over. Maybe it gets a good review. Maybe not. I don't know. It depends on how the matches play out. Depends on what happens, and you know everything else. Oh yeah, I also want to give my thoughts on the U.S. title match, which you know what, could care less, because you know what, Rusev. I don't care about Rusev, and everybody knows how I feel about John Cena at this point. How much I dislike John Cena. And, you know, I know one thing, once, you know, the belt's probably going to become a spinner again. Which is freaking look like a freaking generic bottle cap on a strap. That's what it looked like when Cena had it the first time. But, maybe, you never know, they might throw a sway in that match. Maybe maybe they'll do something unpredictable with that U.S. title match, but pretty much everybody knows it's predictable. And yeah, I said I wouldn't spoil what predictions I'm gonna make. Well, this one's pretty much freaking a given. John Cena wins U.S. title. So there's no way you can't not spoil that because everybody knows it's gonna happen. Everybody knows Cena's gonna be the U.S. champion and Vince McMahon gets to have his two favorite guys who, you know, backstage give him some oral pleasures. But, yeah. And really, depending on what WWE does with the Brock Lesnar thing, I don't know, because also Seth Rollins has to cash in that Money in the Bank soon because, I mean, after all, I believe the stipulation is you could cash in up to a year, so, you know, Money in the Bank will be a year. I guess after that, I guess the contract and all is void. Which I think what they should do with that thing, with the Money in the Bank thing, they shouldn't give it a year extent, like just 1 year, you know, term. They should do like what TNA does with the Feast of Fire contract. You can cash that in anytime you want. It don't have to be the exact year after you want it. It don't have to be any time before that exact year after you want it. You could cash it in when you're good and ready to cash it in. See, and that's one smart thing TNA does do with their Feast of Fire contract. If WWE was smart, they do that with their Money in the Bank, but, you know, with all the decisions WWE's made since I'll go with, since after 2005, because that's when the Cena era started, technically, everybody says, oh, 10 years he's on top. Now, when he came in 2002, he was still a rookie, he was an up-and-comer, and 2005 really when Cena's era started. Same with the Batista era, but yeah. But WrestleMania build-up just been terrible this year. And I know I've said it a number of times in the video already. It's just, that's how, and you know, I also want to give my opinion about the freaking ending segment of Raw. And you know what? When I watched Mark Time's review of Raw, I kind of sarcastically put, that's the greatest ending segment ever. That really gets me excited for the main event of WrestleMania 31. I was, you know, in case anybody thought I was serious, but I mean, I did put LOL before, that's why I don't think anybody was serious, but in case somebody did, if they saw that comment and they end up watching this video or something, I was not serious, I was being sarcastic, because that was the stupidest thing I ever seen in freaking an ending segment of Raw. I mean, Jesus Christ, you're freaking playing a freaking kiddie school game to freaking end it, I would have had Brock and Roman Reigns just beat the crap out of each other. Even if it's just like, or, you know, do something like a stare down, or, you know, Brock pushes Roman, Roman pushes Brock back, and Brock leaves the ring, or, you know, Brock tries to hit him with the belt, and Roman Reigns hip tosses him, and grunts like a gargoyle, like he usually does, and does like, freaking Brock Lesnar back there. Something like that, but, yeah, I guess that was creative, you know, big way to sell the main event. And Vince McMahon probably agreed with it, like, yeah, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, let's do a tug-of-war. Oh, yeah, well, I'm back there pleasuring myself. But, yeah, yeah. Hopefully WrestleMania will be good. I really hope it is, and I really hope that the main event ends better at WrestleMania than the freaking ending segment of Raw with the little tug-of-war. My belt! Give me my belt! Mine! Mine! WWE picked me to be the guy because I'm pretty and I'm muscular. And you know how my theory about Vince McMahon and the secret upset, the secretly gay for the real jacked up guy. So, but yeah, that'll do it for this week. Another reminder again, Mortal Kombat videos. I'll probably start my review. Probably Saturday or Sunday. I'll start the reviews and it'll run till the following Saturday or Sunday. But till then, peace out. Catch you guys later.